Alright, we should be back now. We should be super good now. Oh my god. There we go. Wi-Fi was not my friend today. Wi-Fi is always a fun thing to try and, it's always a fun thing to try and, deal with. Can you give me a skin in LoL? I mean, if you want to, it's your choice. Wow, a brand new stream? It's less resolution now, because I hate the fact that Twitch are like, I don't know, you affiliates with your, I don't know if we could spare the bandwidth to let you have, quality options. I'm so mad because I can stream in 1080p, but it's not always available for people to change the quality options, and I hate that. I really do. Because I want to stream in the best possible quality, but I feel like I can't sometimes because of the fact that people are like, I can't watch in 1080p, and I think that sucks. But yeah. We should be back now. If anyone can say, if you wouldn't mind just saying very quickly, if people can't see the stream, just to, you know, restart your browser, we should be back. It should be much more manageable now. I need you on a friend, for that. My League of Legends name is Field of Niche. It's literally my Twitch name, so I'll be easy to find, hopefully. It's literally just that. I've debated if I ever wanted to just go, fuck it, I'm gonna stream LoL today. That's when I just decided to give up, and I just forgo my name and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna play the popular game today. Well, I mean, I played Genshin and stuff before, so it wasn't the first time. It's just fun. It's just funny to me to think. But yeah, no, you can add me. That's not a problem. And if you want to gift the skin, then it's appreciated. Even if I have found you before? Sure you're not a stalker, Rex? Sure you're not trying to stalk me? With that type of attitude? Feel the LOL? That just sounds bad. This sounds really bad. I don't like that. I don't want to feel any LOLs. Alright. I guess I should talk about my personal elephant in the room, which is, for people who don't know, I went to the hospital on Saturday for a procedure, and I didn't keep it secret. I did say I was going to go to have a procedure. So it wasn't like a sudden visit or anything bad happened. For a while in the background, I've been prepping to get this set up because I needed to have an endoscopy done, which people don't know. An endoscopy is the lovely procedure where they stick a camera down your throat to basically look at your insides to make sure if they're okay. It wasn't pleasant. I'll be the first to admit that. It wasn't very pleasant. I was very anxious during the whole thing. And I mentioned it on my YouTube video, but I had a panic attack, actually. That's the first time I had a panic attack that bad in a good long while. I have this thing with, and I've figured this out recently, I don't have a problem with needles. I've never had a problem with needles. Needles are fine. You know, getting a vaccine, no problem. Blood tests, though, I noticed that was a problem. And it wasn't because of the needle part. That was not the part that was getting to me. I realized the part that got to me was the part that my brain auto-completed. Now, logically, I understand why I would need a blood test, because they need to get the blood in order to, you know, look at the blood and see if there's anything that's in there or is not supposed to be in there or, you know, blah, blah, blah. But my brain automatically goes, that's supposed to be in my body. No, nah. Basically. It's like, it freaks out because it's like, no, that's something that's supposed to be in my body, and also it freaks out because it goes, that needle is like invading my personal space. So it's like, what is this? This is not supposed to be here. What the hell? And that's basically what happened when I went in the hospital. Is they put a cannula in my right hand, which is, for people who don't know, is the thing that basically they use to apply like IV drips or drugs. And as soon as they put it in, I looked at it and my brain just freaked out and was like, that's not supposed to be there. Even though I knew logically why it was there. But it was like, it just freaked out. It's just like, oh, that's not supposed to be there. And then, yeah, I just got very cold. Felt like there was dread in the pit of my stomach and got pins and needles in both of my hands. It wasn't very pleasant. So I had to, like, lay down with a blanket for, like, 30 minutes. Yo, what's up, Pasha? Fight the gag reflex back with pals. Yeah, a little bit. Needles are the worst thing about going to the hospital for me. I understand people that don't like needles, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna look at it, needle going into my body, because it's still not pleasant, but it's not the needle part that's the part that gets me, it's the invading my personal space part, which is not common, I don't think, but anyway, regardless, I was very anxious during the whole thing, but and they were like, do you want to do the procedure today? And I was like, at this point, okay, no, I have to do it because I want to get answers. I didn't want to put it off any longer. They offered, like, alternatives, but the problem is, with those alternatives, if they found something, I would have needed to get an endoscopy done anyway. So I went, no, just do it. As I said, I literally went to the nurse. I literally have a needle cannula stuck in my hand right now. I might as well go through with it. I did opt for the sedatives in the end to help calm me down. They had to give me 2 doses of sedatives. The first one I didn't feel anything, and the second one I felt a little woozy, but I definitely felt calmer. And I need to be thankful for my nurses. They were so supportive, and they were so friendly during the whole thing, which I appreciated. And long story short, it got done, and yeah, I found out that I did actually have a problem. For people who may remember, ages ago when I was doing a collab with Mishka, I had if you were there, you may remember, I had a problem where I ended up choking on my dinner, and that's, yeah, basically it's related to that. It turns out that I have a rare chronic illness, which makes it so that the white blood cells in my throat have an allergic reaction to something. I'm not sure what yet, so I'm in the process of figuring out what it is, and it causes my throat to close up. So that's fun. It's not pleasant. Not gonna lie. I won't go into the details of it because honestly, it's not pleasant. No, it's not good. Now, thankfully, where it's located is not the most dangerous place because it's nearer my stomach as opposed to nearer my windpipe. So I can still breathe when it happens, which is the important part. The important part is I can still breathe. So even if it happens, I'm not in, like, any immediate danger, which is the good part. But, yeah, it's still definitely not pleasant. Like I said, I won't go into the details because it's just kind of just gross, if I'm being honest. But yeah, after all this time, I actually figured out that, yeah, there was actually something wrong, and it's actually a very rare condition. When they gave me the pamphlet to read up on it, it affects 7 in 100,000 people. So I guess I live up to my field of niche name. Sorry, just it's yeah. So out of I think I did the math. I did the math because I was curious. There's about 67 million people in the UK. I'm one of about just under 7,000 people. Which is pretty nuts. They did say it was like something that is... So just to be clear, it's not life-threatening? No. Well, I mean, it can be, as with these types of things. It can be, but in my current situation, it's not. Because, thankfully, like I said, where it's located, because basically it happens down the esophagus, your throat, basically, the part which connects your mouth to your stomach. Where it is on my esophagus is actually a good... this is going to sound weird, but it's actually a good place for it. Because it's not near anything that will cause, like, life-threatening problems. It's not near any, like, windpipes. It's not near any, anything that will affect breathing. The flip side to that is it's because it's... And sorry if this is going to sound a little bit gross, but just to give you an idea. The flip side to that is... The problem is it's closer to the stomach, which means it's closer to stomach acid, which basically, so if stomach acid comes up because of, like, heartburn or something, or because of other reasons, it could irate it very badly, which would cause it to close up. But it's not life-threatening. It's not that hard. It's not that it's not life-threatening. It's still harmful, though. I mean, I'm still trying... I'm in the discovery period right now, where I'm trying to figure out what causes it. Because it's an allergic reaction to something. The problem is, we don't know what the something is. It could be any number of things. It could be a food, it could be pollen, it could be... Because I suffer from hay fever, so it could be related to that. So right now, I have to keep a food diary of what I eat. I'm strictly having to eat more soft foods for the time being. I need to avoid anything that can get stuck easily, so beef, basically. Beef is one of the infamous ones that get stuck in people's throats quite easily, so I have to avoid that. But yeah, right now, I am trying my best to try and figure out what it could be. And I have to wait for them to grow culture. They took samples from my throat to be grown in a lab, basically, throat cultures. And I have to wait a few weeks before those are grown so that they could give me more info to see if they could figure out what it is. They said it's a very high likelihood that they might not find anything. They might be able to give me more info, but they might not be able to find, like, the specific cause, and it'll be one of those things where it's just like, well, you're just gonna have to try and see what causes it, and see if you can find a pattern. Do I remember what I ate when it happened? Yes, vividly. But the problem is, I remember what I ate on the day at that time when it happened, but I don't remember. It could have been anything before that. That's the other problem. Like, it doesn't happen immediately. That's the only problem, because it could have been a number of things that day. Like, it's the response that happens over time. It doesn't just suddenly get like that, you know? Anyway, my whole point with mentioning all of this is that if you are worried about something and, you know, you feel like something is wrong, my advice, honestly, is no one knows your body better than yourself. Because I was a little bit annoyed because I had people tell me that I was being paranoid, or no, it was nothing, or I wasn't chewing enough, you know, stuff like that. And I went, no, something is wrong. and I followed through on it. And they went, all right, go, follow through on it if it'll put your mind at ease. They basically weren't expecting anything to be wrong. And here's the thing, I didn't want anything to be wrong. Of course I didn't. I would have way preferred being paranoid and finding out it was nothing. But it was something. And as sucky as it is that I found out it is something, you know what? It's better than finding out later when it could have gotten worse. So my advice is don't try to sleep on anything if you think something's wrong, if a problem persists, try and see your doctor. Like, honestly, I know it's like, it can be anxious sometimes, and sometimes you can feel like it's all in your head, but I feel like it's important to do, because you can then find out that, something just, appears, and it's really important. Thank you so much for the head pats. Yeah, Saturday was not a good day. I'll be honest, I also had an incident, funnily enough, with the choking, because I underestimated how damaged my throat was on that day and how sore it was, so I actually did have a choking incident that day, and it wasn't very pleasant. So I was so exhausted at the end, so I rested on the Sunday, and then I rested yesterday. I am feeling a lot better now. My throat is nowhere near as sore as it was. And now I'm just back to how I was, because weirdly enough, even though I now know what it is, I've been living technically with this thing for near enough a year now. So it's not like it's sudden, it's not like there's anything new, but it's just more than anything, just more information. So yeah. It's better to get it checked, even if it turns out to be nothing, than it don't turn out bad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Apparently, though, my karma wasn't done yet, because my karma dictated that, my keyboard broke, so I'm actually using a spare cheap keyboard right now, and I had to order a new keyboard. I wanted to get a new keyboard anyway, because my other one was kind of old and wasn't the best, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I had to buy a new keyboard, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting to do that at the start of next year. Thank you so much for the care package. I'll take a drink in a second. And also my thingy broke. My what do you call it? Boom mic. Boom mic? No, the long arm to put your mic on. So right now I'm using this weird sort of makeshift solution. I did pass the mission to siphon my health flut. I mean, yeah. A boom arm? Explosion arm? Something like that. That's not karma, that's just shenanigans. I mean, I'm not sure if shenanigans is the right word for it. Yeah. There we go. Okay. That's pretty much it on my end. Oh, I beat Endwalker as well. I beat Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. My spoiler-free review is, wow, good expansion. Wow, good expansion. Good end expansion. Good. That is my very eloquent spoiler-free review of F14 Endwalker. Wow, good expansion. Wow. Definitely top 3, I would say. Definitely top 3 expansions. Like, in no particular order, my FF14 expansions go Heavensward, Shadowbringers, Endwalker. It's really good. Did the walking get ended? It did. It's no spoiler that they said that the plot points would end with Endwalker, so yes, it did end. That's not a spoiler. They confirmed that it would not, that it would end. So I feel okay with mentioning that. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done with talking about the boring health stuff. I want to play video games, because video games make me feel good. So, how about we switch on over and play some Waking of Alan? Let's wake Alan up. And hopefully, everything will be pretty good settings-wise. I've been really wanting to play this game for a long time. There's a couple reasons I've held off on it. It's actually kind of funny because there's been so many different reasons over the years. Reason number one, this was an Xbox 360 exclusive game when it came out, and I didn't have an Xbox 360, I had a PS3. So that was reason number one, but I was always interested. I went, wow, this game looks really different and cool. And then it came out on PC, and I was like, cool. So I got it on PC, and I never played it, because my PC was not good enough to run it. So that was reason number two. And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait a bit longer then. And then eventually, when I got into streaming, I went, man, I really want to play Alan Wake on stream. And eventually I did get a PC that was good enough to run it, but then I didn't have a PC that was good enough to run it and stream it at the same time. So I was like, fine, I guess I'll wait a little longer. And then eventually, it got to the point where Alan Wake Remastered got announced, and I went, okay, this is the perfect opportunity. There is no reason that I should not play it now. Except, at the time, I started watching Twin Peaks, and I know this game is very, very heavily inspired by Twin Peaks and works of Stephen King, so I wanted to watch more Twin Peaks before I got into this game, because I wanted to see some of the influences. I've gotten to a point with Twin Peaks, I mentioned I'm in the second season. I feel like I'm at a point where I got a pretty, good grasp on, like, Twin Peaks as a series. That series is weird, and it's great, and I'm really enjoying watching it. But, yeah, I'm very much excited to now actually get into this video game. I always wanted an Alan Wake, but wasn't very excited when the sequel got announced at the GGA. Why? Why would you not be excited? It looks... Well, I mean, we haven't seen any gameplay yet, so I can't judge on the gameplay, but I think it's kind of a miracle we're getting a sequel. Considering how much trouble they've had trying to... This game has gone through a lot. It's very interesting. I actually looked into the development history of this game, and it's very interesting. Which makes me very, very interested in what the sequel's going to be like. Before we start, I do want to check that my subtitles are on. Yes, they are. And... I'm pretty sure I can't change... Oh, I actually... Oh, I super can. Apparently they had, like, original... Oh god, you used to use the left stick to drive? That's weird. That's like Halo style. Anyway. Yes, subtitles. I think there was also, like, graphics options. I didn't like how the motion blur looked, but the film grain, I think, looked okay. It wasn't, like, too extravagant, so I think I'm going to keep the film grain on. Been hoping for a sequel since the 360. It's definitely become a cult hit. It didn't do that great when it first came out. I think it sold, like, 100,000 copies when it first came out. To be fair, it was going up against some very tough competition at the time, like Red Dead Redemption and Super Mario Galaxy 2, which are... quite big games at the time, but I feel like with the PC release that came a few years later, they definitely they found a very good fan base, a very passionate fan base, which again does make me very excited. Now, full disclosure, I have seen like the first 30 to 40 minutes of this game, so it's not going to be blind at the beginning, but after that, it's going to be completely freeform. Now, for anyone asking, there were technically free DLCs. There was a couple DLCs released for this game, the base game, which are included in the remastered version. I believe if I actually go to episodes, it's under episodes. But obviously, we're going to do the main game first. And then there was Alan Wake American Nightmare, which was a standalone, shorter, like, spin-off game that they made. That is not included in this remastered package, but I do have it on PC, and now that I have a PC that's good enough to stream and run that game, and I know that it's very short, I feel like I'm going to play it after Alan Wake Remastered. Anyway, enough of that. I want to get the story started.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to...
So I've read a few and watched a few of Stephen King's movies. Stephen King is
the unanswered mystery is what stays with us
a very, very interesting writer.
My name is Alan Wake.
Now, obviously, I mean, you got, like, such, you know, you got some... You can barely hear the main character. I might be able to turn it up a little bit. Let me turn it up. There we go.
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my...
Oh, I just noticed. 1 sec. Your head patting. You're giving me a backpack. There we go. That's better.
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
Well, that guy got run over. Oh, no, don't be sorry for telling me to turn up any game audio. Seriously, always tell me. There's nothing worse than the feeling of no one being able to hear the game for multiple, like, minutes or sometimes, in some cases, hours. I'd rather people just tell me immediately, because I can fix it immediately. They all float.
Suddenly, his body was gone.
See, everyone knows It and The Shining at this point. But there's so many, like, Stephen King works, like, well, The Langoliers, Tommyknockers, Children of the Corn. So many other weird, like, Stephen King works. Reverse your controls? No, because I am not a heathen. Okay, seriously, has anyone ever liked inverted camera controls ever? And if you do, why? Must be my book. Alan Wake. That's me.
The radiator had broken when I hit the hitchhiker. The car wasn't going anywhere. I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Just knew. Most favorite of mine is The Stand. What other ones do I know? Tommyknockers, Langoliers, Children of the Corn, Maximum Overdrive, Dreamcatcher? That movie is just weird. That story is just weird. That was the first, book and, film after his car accident. If I remember correctly.
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
If I remember correctly, when I was doing my test to make sure that this ran properly, there is a infamous collectible in this game, which is the coffee thermoses. I believe there was one of them there and I picked it up. I don't know if they actually do anything, and I think that's why they're quite infamous, because in this very narrative game, it's just kind of weird having to pick up just random collectibles. Especially just random-ass, like, coffee thermos.
You missed your deadline.
Oh god, it's just like college all over again. Coffee is just for achievements. So in other words, it's like, God, I've never liked collectibles which are there just to be collected. Do something.
I realized that the
You know,
hitchhiker was a character from the
just
story I've been
even if it's just lore or dialogue, you know, have something. I know this game came out during a time where you basically just had collectibles for the sake of collectibles' sake, but it's just one of those pet peeves of mine. Oh yeah, they added QR codes in the environments in this remaster. They did a few things. One of the big changes that they did is they actually redid a lot of the characters' faces, their face rigging. So it looks way better in motion now, because the faces apparently look quite messed up originally. So they redid a lot of the facial rigging for characters in-game. Obviously, other than that, we also get a nice, silky, smooth frame rate. I hate Alan's new space. Do you mean in the remaster, or do you mean in the... I mean, I think he just looks like Alan. It is scrubbed up. Wife doesn't look like she got beat with an ugly stick. Ouch. That's rough.
Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Maybe next time he should have reloaded his gun with more than 2 bullets. Unless he only had 2 bullets in hand. Yo, what's up, Pumpkin?
I was trapped.
Thinking right, the Shawshank Redemption? I think so. Is that Sam? Is that Sam Lake? I recognize that eye. It's Max Payne himself.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Thank you, convenient doorway.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
We have our core gameplay mechanic. Light is your friend.
Well done. I have something.
So now we
important
enter
to
the
tell
Remedy
you.
game
It goes like
universe.
this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
I appreciate that. Do you understand, Alan? No. No, I don't, voice of God.
Darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now.
Although, if this truly is based off of the works of Stephen King, then by the end of the story, I have to realize that Christianity is the root of all evil. It's the only way.
Dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
The holiest of flashlights. That is such a video game looking pickup. Oh my god.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
This is such a cool effect, though. Oh, wait. Sorry, needs to get a battery. There we go.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Kill them all, Alan.
Now you'll die.
Kill them all.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream.
Religion is evil? I didn't realize we're playing a
In the
JRPG.
night,
Yeah, I know,
a
right?
terrible darkness was taking over the world.
And if this game just suddenly turned into an JRPG, that'd be nuts. And I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with it.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna
I hope you're sufficiently embarrassed that you got knocked down. Ah, I see. So if a light does, so the flashlight battery does come back on its own, but if I want to use a battery to basically get, if I wanted to use a battery to basically get the light back immediately, I can. I understand. So like that. Got it. Find it interesting that you have to tap the reload button to reload faster. And my ammo count is top right. Got it. I have... What? Holy shit, I have a lot of ammo. God damn. Flare gun? Also some flare gun ammo? Hell yeah. I would not have expected this to be the game to have multiple weapons, but...
just like...
Oh, that should just absolutely just burn them all up. Oh. Oh, that was a cool effect. I like that. And then I didn't know we were playing a Michael Bay inspired game. Yeah, the free great inspirations for Alan Wake: Stephen King, Twin Peaks, Michael Bay. Truly the greatest writers of our time. Oh fuck, blind cars, blind cars, blind cars, blind cars, blind cars, cars blind. Oh god, oh jeez. What's a flying, I don't even know what that is. Come on, Alan, you gotta run, buddy. Get that coffee, Thermos. I know you're a middle-aged man, but you gotta find that adrenaline somewhere, buddy. You dirty Harry? God, I wish. Can't remember, did they keep the product placement in this remaster? I didn't even know this game had product placement originally. I'm very... Wait, what did they product place? I am very curious now.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
No, but I feel like a town which has its welcome sign on a bridge for people coming in via, like, river. Like, I feel like that's really pretentious to me, but maybe that's just me. Like, can't you just have a welcome to town side on the road like a normal county town?
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
Oh, we're
Hello
probably
there. You
fine.
picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
I love deer. They're my favorite meat to
If
eat.
you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Honey, did you get my good side as I was telling that old man to fuck off about an interview?
Nice. I got a couple of really good ones. I see you made a friend.
Good work,
That's
honey.
cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word, and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure.
So if
that
it's
you're
King
left
inspired, they
alone.
had to insert
No,
Maine
Barry,
somewhere.
it's
Oh,
fine.
absolutely. I wanted to comment on that, but I didn't want to talk over the dialogue. I was listening in.
So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too,
I
Barry.
gotta keep a lookout for my #1 best-selling guy. You know what I'm saying? You're really bringing the moolah,
I
Alan.
can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Tell your wife to get your writing so that we can do another
Here.
publishing
Come on,
deal.
Let's get back to the car.
Jesus Christ, that thing is terrifying.
Come on.
No, they gotta be
Slow.
niche about it, about their
Service
welcome
here.
sign.
I got
Ha.
all the arrangements.
Yeah, well, there's a
Drive the
difference
car.
between being niche and being
All you
being
have to do is drive
pretentious.
your cute butt into the car and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, sounds like you've got a lazy bastard for a husband.
Yeah, but I got a thing for him. Come on, you lazy bastard. Let's go.
Very quickly, let me double check something. If I go to audio. Yeah, speech volume is up. I turned the effects volume down because I noticed the effects volume were really loud, but I guess that's the highest that speech can go.
Damn yuppies.
Okay, screw you too, buddy. I bet you're a real thrill to work with. Can I actually? Okay, I'm just being nosy at this point. Ah, damn it, nah. Authorized personnel only. Fine. Maybe I can go up here. This is definitely a country town.
Drive to the town. We're here.
All right. We still gotta wait for them to put the moat down so that we can actually drive.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
Venison is really nice. I think I've had venison like
I'll
once.
go fill her up while you get the key.
I can confirm it's
We'll
pretty
be up there
nice.
in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were
Jesus
still
Christ, look at this
places
Twin
like
Peaks
this.
diner.
Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Hey, don't underestimate those cutouts, Wake. Those things can be super hard to find. I watched someone who has a Killer Instinct cardboard cutout, and it's sick.
It'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer
What's that
of
say?
skin.
Something,
Yeah, that
something
makes
yummies? Gummy yummies.
Are you still
I do
on,
not,
Mr. Wake?
I do not trust
I
how
can't
happy
believe
that
it.
red
I'm
smiling
having a
ball is to
conversation with
look like to
Alan
be
Wake.
eaten. Let me try that sentence again. I do not trust how
On your
happy
own,
that
or
smiling
is
red
your
ball
wife
is to
Do
probably
me a
be eaten.
favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
I am very curious what a song called Coconut is about.
You put the lime in the coconut, drink them both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you
It does
in
that.
your
Get
sleep.
stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack.
Okay, take care of the
Yes,
merchandise.
that's my
Got it.
favorite tune. Coconut.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been.
Now
I had my
that's what
hammer,
I'm
I'd
talking
shut it
about.
for you.
Yes.
This is it.
At least I made,
Died and gone to
at least
hell.
I've made his day better. It's about watermelon.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stucky, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did.
Wow.
Hello?
Kind of a little bit of an asshole. Or stressed.
Mr. Stucky?
Or both at the same time. As with most 360 title audio, it isn't balanced.
But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Thanks, lady.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Can't escape through the emergency exit.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
Does she have a log? No, she has a okay, no, she has a lantern. I thought that was straight up the log lady from Twin Peaks, but no, she's holding a lantern. I feel like that is an absolute reference, though.
Are you alright?
Splendid. Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid. It's been a long time, Tom. Good to see you.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on you, would you, Tom?
I wish.
Well, you two gentlemen, enjoy your, coughing and spluttering.
They're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Isn't that, like, super dangerous? Just... Wait, you're just letting... Wait, those two are supposed to be in a clinic?
Dr. Hartman gets here, Rose. Oh, but I'm not looking forward to the poison we have at the Park Cafe.
Alright, okay, well, good luck with that. I'm gonna go get out of here now.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Pat Main here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather.
Oh, that's nothing, Alan. You should see how long it's taken J.R.R. Martin to write the finale to his book series. 2 years is nothing. Also, I'm at least assuming that your books are not a series that has to have a ending before you die. Because otherwise... At least I get the impression your books are one-offs and complete stories, so...
Don't worry, honey.
You at least won't leave anything unfinished.
And I've got the flashlight.
I'm still really sad about...
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Is it too early to assume that we will never see the next book after a decade? Yeah, it's looking, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like... I always get the impression J.R.R. Martin is literally trying to do everything in his power in order to not write.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
This is a pretty nice place.
Hello? Anyone here?
I must admit, I've never been... Sorry, honey, when I just see a coffee thermos, I just feel like jumping for joy. I've never been one for, like, cabins in the woods type decor, but, you know, cabin in the middle of a lake, it's nice and secluded. This isn't so bad.
Of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn.
Okay, well, that's an image I just saw.
I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
That is a diving suit. And I have no idea why that is there.
The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
Or maybe even July 1970. It is my birthday on a Saturday in that year. Huh, well, the more you know. Didn't Martin help on the game that was recently announced? Oh, Elden Ring? Yeah. Well, he gave, like, a brief, like, plot synopsis and, like, background lore. I don't think he's actually that involved with it.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now, let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your
Oh,
mind?
God.
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake.
Oh, no.
My favorite writer.
Well, Rose,
I just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited
no.
he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret's out. This is Pat Main on KBF-FM. And now, some music.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
Fuck my fans. I hate them. God, how dare they like my works. It's the worst. That is a rocking horse. I refuse to believe that anywhere has a rocking horse that isn't either super haunted or super horror-filled. By the way, do be careful with some of the copyright music. Oh, really? You would have thought they would have an option to turn that off.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
Or maybe some love making. Anyway, generator. Oh my god, this thing looks... Oh my god, this thing looks like it's about to rust over and break apart at a moment's notice. Dad had a beach cabin? Now those are some good cabins? Dang. They should just give me their money and shut the hell up. Why won't they just pay? I don't make good horror stories or novels. I make crap.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
I'm pretty sure that's a quote from Fight Club. I don't make major motion pictures. I make crap. Which is honestly one of my favorite quotes.
I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here. Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public.
Oh man, I love the Great Northern. God, I'm sorry. Look, I'm watching Twin Peaks at the moment. I'm going to see the influences as they appear. Funnily enough, me watching Twin Peaks is also why I really want to get around to Deadly Premonition as well. But I specifically wanted to play this game first before Deadly Premonition, because this was inspired by Twin Peaks, and then Deadly Premonition was also inspired by Alan Wake, and also Twin Peaks. Basically what I'm trying to say is Twin Peaks inspires everything. Everything is inspired by Twin Peaks.
Alan, I'm upstairs.
Have you got a mystery, horror / thriller mystery story that is set in the middle of rural America? It's inspired by Twin Peaks. Are you watching or reading or playing anything that is sci-fi? It's inspired by Aliens. Are you watching anything that is apocalypse or, you know, apocalypse related? It is inspired by Mad Max. There is no in-between.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
I love my slightly undressed wife. Where is study? Study is this way. Also, don't play Deadly Premonition games because... I thought that whole thing was sorted, because I did hear about that, but then apparently it was just a big misunderstanding, and...
I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Kind of weird, because he made a game earlier, which was absolutely lauded for its trans message, but anyway, regardless, that's not the focus right now.
Private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe...
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice! God damn it!
Yeah, I doubled down on my point. I'm an asshole.
I needed some time alone to think things through.
Oh yeah, by the way, that's the other point I remember. She has like his wife has a phobia of the dark, and he just decides to just leave her. In the middle of the night. And go to a place where it is dark. What an asshole. Hate it when my wife gets me books.
Alice? Alice!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Alice, I'm coming!
Alfred Hitchcock!
What the hell?
Oh god, he was right. The birds!
Alice? Oh no!
Damn, I knew I shouldn't have been an asshole to my wife.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Huh. That is some impressive balance on that car right now, and I'm very thankful that it didn't careen off the edge.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Okay, I will agree with Alan on that point. He does look incredibly smug.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest.
I really get the feeling I miss a chapter right now. Funnily enough, head injuries in car accidents may make you forget some things.
Damn.
Oh, well, there goes the car. I'm pretty sure insurance is going to cover that. Okay, no, okay, you can totally fall off cliffs. Okay, good to know. Good to know. This is not the game that will stop you from falling off of a cliff. Also, thank you so much for the care package. How far did I get into the game when I was testing it? Oh, this is past the point now, like, easily. I watched the first 30 to 40 minutes ages ago, but,
Hello?
that was ages ago. So from this point on, I remember nothing. Like, I got to the cabin, and then that's when I stopped.
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Oh man, this really is related to Deadly Premonition.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
And this is some classic, like, killer in the woods type vibe. Or killer in the hotel, in the Shining case.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Read the manuscripts? Oh, I can actually read them!
Departure.
Title page of
by
the
Alan
manuscript.
Wake.
Departure by Alan Wake. They are actually manuscripts as well. That's actually super cool. I don't find this page in... Oh, there are some that are tied only to difficulty.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Interesting. Yo, Armadatus, welcome. Thank you so much for the host, as always. Boop.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help.
I don't know what it was, but it sounded like he was trying to channel, like, his inner John Wayne there.
Oh, hell. Carl Stucky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. Fair and square.
I'm really sorry that I didn't get my keys. I don't know what it was to do with the accent. He was just like, I've been in an accident. Like, he just got really, like, Southern American for, like, a sec. I don't know, like John Wayne or something. I don't know. It just sounded kind of off. It's kind of funny. Shit, going down. But not to be flattened by logs. That would be great. There's actually a few things about this game I do want to talk about a little bit. That's parkour. Oh shit! Ow! Okay, hurts a lot. Can confirm, axe in the back is indeed very, very painful.
And Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. literally talked about The Shining earlier. It was batteries. Oh man, I should have checked to see if they had Finney, if they had advertising on them. Damn. Sounding a bit off is a common thing in this game.
Yes.
Right Falls Sheriff Station.
I was not expecting this to work. Oh.
Hello?
And keep those
This is bad.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Right. Okay then.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
Honestly, sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Oh god. Oh god. One for the lumber mill. Stay back. Stay back. Seems to be at least a little bit of auto aim, which is helping a little bit. Because there is definitely no reticle, except for your flashlight, which shows you where you're aiming at least a little bit.
There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
I have to say, I am loving this atmosphere so far. This is definitely... Like, they described when they announced Alan Wake 2 that this game wasn't horror. This was like thriller, but this definitely has horror elements in it. So I'm very, very... Hello there, Hidden Arrow. I am very curious how they will tackle horror.
Was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
I will be taking this, thank you very much. Holy shit. I very much appreciate that. Yo, what's up? It's all in the name. I wish this had a bigger horror focus. Well, that's what the sequel is going to be. They've confirmed that the sequel is going to be much more... It's going to be their first horror. Which is why I'm very much excited for it. It's kind of a ballsy move to do a, like, full-on switch in genres. Even if they are somewhat related. Yeah, I do need to keep an eye on my ammo though. Over. Will it be real horror? Yeah, no, they said horror. They have specifically said it is going to be a horror. This is like action. This game they've described as action thriller, whereas the new one they were saying no, it's survival horror.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Aww. The musings of a fan. If I don't lose bodily functions whilst playing it, it ain't horror. I mean, that's kind of hard to do nowadays, because a lot of horror, I feel like a lot of horror, games need to always try and up the ante, especially nowadays. And I feel like so many horror games nowadays are so cheap with their jump scares, and they don't focus as much on building atmosphere. And I think that's a shame. I really do. Yo, what's up, Gray? Welcome. I hope you were enjoying the tomb raiding.
I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the wall.
I guess you could say that your tomb raiding has become stream raiding. Hey! Ha! Anyway. Where the fuck am I going? That is some very nice fog. That is Silent Hill as Silent Hill fog. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. I just realized, hang on, one sec. I actually just realized something. Give me 2 seconds. I actually just realized I never opened my... let me open that, and... Nope, that is the wrong one. That is the icon. Oh, God, yeah, oh, man, I'm doing good today. I hope your, stream went well. I can buy more followers? Alan, I can get you more fans. I can buy you more book fans. Because you love your fans so much that you call them a headache. God, that would probably be the last thing he wants. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone who just followed. I really appreciate it. I am trying my best to get this up so I can actually see and properly thank who followed and stuff. Give me 1 sec. Pumpkin, Prickly Pumpkin, Blue Zero, and Gray, thank you so much for the raid. And you too, thank you so much for the follow. There we go. Okay, I did it. The bot has indeed been crucified, and I got more coffee, so all is good in the world. Yes, my tomb got raided. Anyway, moving on. Yes, hello Yeast and Grey. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing better. I'm doing much better than I was doing at the weekend. I can tell you that for free. I can absolutely 100% tell you that for free. Another manuscript page.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
I'm very, very, very interested to see Barry if he makes an appearance. I'm very curious what type of character he is going to be. Andy doing better, that's good to hear. Was a bit worried, didn't want to check anymore on my 3-day. Okay, Stino. Yeah, it's just, you know, just stuff I gotta figure out and deal with over time. But right now, at this second, I am fine. Just living up to my name of Field of Niche with getting niche chronic illnesses. You know. I can't tell if those are energizers. I don't think they are. I am pretty certain those are not energizers. Which means, unfortunately, there is no more product placement in this game, which is kind of sad. Damn. List of games that have been actively improved with product placement. Yakuza. Crazy Taxi. And that's about it. Fucking ow! Yeah, just take the axe in the head like a goddamn champion. Caution. Proceed at your own risk. Logging area ahead. Oh, great. More logs that can be dropped on my head. Also, I noticed this. Probably means going this way. Hey, I will have no one raiding my tombs, thank you very much. Laura, I would let Laura raid my tombs. Like, real talk, I would let Laura raid my tombs. That I am okay with. Bring on those polygons. Lara is a professional? What, are you trying to imply that I am not? Are you trying to say that I'm not good enough? Shit, I got a lot of batteries. God dang. God damn. That's not sexism, it's just personal preference. Man, that sounds bad. I'm sorry. The heart wants what the heart can't get, Pasha.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Unfortunately, no interventions from God will help this time.
I couldn't stay here. There had to be a way to get up there.
I get even more. Jesus Christ, this... Item limit reached. I am not surprised. I have so much crap. Oh my god. And I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm not even playing on, easy. It's giving me so much. I do have to say, I do love the way that you just tilt the stick in order to basically, God damn, that flare gun is so good. But I love how you tilt the stick basically to aim your flashlight, and it's like actually a super good flashlight. It has like this little tiny cone if you're looking at something far away to basically show you where you're aiming. Yeah, I don't even have to aim down the sights in order to shoot as well. And then obviously if I'm up against something closer, then it has a bit more of a flashlight look. And I think that's great.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
This game has a really good flashlight. As it should, considering its whole combat is built around light. I've played my fair share of games with shitty flashlights, horror and not. And I have to say, a shitty flashlight is very sad. Oh, is that a shotgun? Oh, come to Papa. I am saving you for a rainy day. Give me that manuscript as well.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the clouds...
The game keeps you well stocked up for the most part.
I stared into
like I said, action thriller, not survival horror. So I wouldn't assume it would be like, I assume it wouldn't, like, overstock you with, or it will keep you readily stocked with ammo for the most part. That being said, some survival horror games keep you still well stocked with ammo, depending on how you use it, I guess. Like Silent Hill, for example. As long as you don't, like, use your ammo while you're out exploring the town, you tend to have plenty of ammo for when you have the actual interior encounters. Kind of the same with Resident Evil. As long as you... I guess as long as you're like... I mean, I guess that comes with like multiple playthrough knowledge though, where you know where to actually use certain weapons and items. Right about there. As long as it's not a total cakewalk, you know? That's a thermos, isn't it? I know it's worthless. I know it's worthless, but it's shining at me and I want it. I don't even like coffee, but I want it. How many thermos are in this game anyway? I feel like that's the other reason that the thermos is quite infamous, because there's like a lot of them, if I remember correctly. There's like upwards of like 60 or something. Anything else that I can get while I'm here? Doesn't look it. Around okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I am not getting every single thermos in the game. That is not happening.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
Sounds like my dog.
Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Damn, I know I should be happy that we're getting reception out here at all, but Jesus, those voices are quiet. Alan Wheatley says 100. Freaking 100 almost. That is, excessive, I believe the right word is.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
I am very curious if these manuscripts are actually going to start telling events from the future, because some of them have started talking about events that have already happened, and talking about certain characters I haven't met yet, like Barry. I've obviously talked to Barry over the phone, but I'm very curious if we're going to run into him.
Monster dog is second best. The famous dog is...
sound of that. I like 2 types of coffee, though I can neither have nor afford it. Oh, you just really appear out of nowhere. Ow. Oh, hello, sir. You, really just appear out of nowhere, huh? Shit. Battery, please. Thank you. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my novel trigger. God, I hope the ending of this game is we just get never-ending story powers and we just start reading about the stories and start changing the stories based on what is written in the book. That would be the ultimate... That would be the ultimate power in this type of fiction. Let me get the hell out of here before more start appearing.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet.
Okay, this has definitely not happened yet.
It looked like someone trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
That has definitely not happened yet. Okay, things are definitely happening in the future in these manuscripts. Careful what I wish for? I'm not sure if I was really wishing for anything. Pretty sure that was... Pretty sure that was an arrow. I'm assuming it's going to tell me to come up here. Yep. There we go. Whoever this person is that has given me all of this stuff to find, I thank them. I have so many flare gun rounds. Oh my god. You know, how nice in this rural mountain town to have so many places where you can use flare guns. That being said, I do not appreciate where those voices are coming from. Yep, this is what we're doing. God, that's so cool looking. I can't get over how good that looks. I need to feel what the shotgun feels like as well. I need to judge it based on the great shotguns of our time. Doom shotgun, Resident Evil 4 shotgun.
Cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Of course, we're going to have to deal with the fact that we're going to get helped by someone and ask what happened, and we're going to, of course, be a dumbass and not say what happened. Because everyone knows that goes well. Damn it. Damn it, Alan. I thought you were supposed to be a writer. I thought you were supposed to avoid these cliches.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
Is this a goddamn Twilight Zone reference. Oh my god, those are just straight up devs. Is this a Twilight Zone spoof?
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, please.
Oh god.
Calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it...
Yes, I'm aware of Schrodinger's cat.
Here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under
Yo, that's pretty nuts, man.
circumstances can this gun kill me?
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
That's awesome. That's great. That's amazing. Oh, I want to find more of those. I love sci-fi concepts like that. Freaking quantum immortality. Okay, well, I guess that stops the creepy noise. But let me pose this to you, chat. If there was a bunch of trees in a logging camp and they all got cut down, but no one was around to cut them down, was it the Axeman who killed the novel writer? God, that thing has so many invincibility frames, like, goddamn. Also, I have plenty of ammo and plenty of batteries behind here, so I do not feel bad about doing this. Shit. Just give me a second, dude. You fine gentlemen could just, Oh, shit! Freaking wombo combo! Reload. Okay, this man can just quantum leap wherever the hell he feels like, it seems. Just stay right there. Just smile for the flashlight. Just smile, buddy. Or Stucky.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come.
Yo, what's up, Andrew?
Assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
Another great collectible in this game. I mean, it's a hell of a lot better than the freaking coffee thermos. Like, the manuscripts and that is great. Coffee thermos, on the other hand, not so great. Right, next obvious question is, how do I get out of here? And I believe I've just found my answer. And I feel bad for Stucky. Man was never able to give us his keys.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Yep, and it looks just as creepy as it did. Just shine this light in your eyes. I respect all animals. I have nothing against them, but if they're creepy, then I cannot guarantee I will not shoot them in the eye.
For a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Or if they taste good. That too.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Interesting. So maybe some things from the future, but maybe also some things we never saw.
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
But first I had to pick up this coffee thermos because I was just so goddamn tired and thirsty. The warm liquid went through my throat. And I realized I don't even like coffee.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Quite possibly. Fireworks Law, special DFS discount deals. Ask for more info. I don't even like fireworks. Special offer with coupon. What we got here? Wiper Pros? Wiper Pros Classic? That's the best Wiper Pros. Nordic walking. Incontestably proven health benefits. Whatever you say. The 68th Annual Deer Fest, September 15th to 18th. Games and activities, raffle tickets, fishing competition, pie contest, and surprise competitions, live music for the children, Butt Tooth Charlie. Why are we encouraging people to get why are you encouraging our children to get butt teeth? And Montgomery, the Mystic's Amazing Phantasmagoria in evenings. Don't miss the legendary Deerfest Parade, folks! Oh man, they got gummy yummies here as well. Ugh. Paul's Hunting Club. Got Shamu over there. Oh man, this place is way bigger than I thought it was. Okay, wait, so... that's the gas station, so we're there. We're actually right by the... Oh, wait. Or maybe... Maybe not. I'm trying to see where we're located right now. I believe I came from down there, so I'm heading up towards Stucky's gas station. And then there's the radio station right there, so that's close by if that's where we are. We got Cauldron Lake, which is where we were, I believe? I think that's where our cabin was. Yeah, Bright Falls right to the north. There's the Watery. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of places still. Wait, sorry, for a split second there, I thought that said we sell money. No, we sell money orders. Okay, okay, that makes more sense. Yo, what's up, Pumpkin? We need those deer for Xmas time. How dare you? Well, I can't help it if they taste good.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Late title card. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Got Milk commercial. You know, all of the greats. Did Michael Bay produce the first Purge movie as well? I should probably
on Alan Wake.
I should probably skip the music before I get DMCA'd as well.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind
DMCA speedrun, please.
I'm missing a week.
No DMCA percentage run, please, for the love of God.
The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
I'm usually, I'm gonna be honest, I'm usually a little hesitant when it comes to portraying a story as episodes. Now, obviously, when you have, like, Telltale games, I feel like it makes sense to have it as episodes because they release those parts episodic. But, oh man, what was the game that tried to do the episode format, but did it terribly?
How was it?
Worst
Alone
weather
in the
I've ever
Dark.
seen.
The Alone in the Dark remake. They tried to do an episodic format for that game as well, and it was awful. Oh man, that is some, that is a snow... Max Payne is out there diving out of rooftops in slow motion right now.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
If you get DMCA for that, then someone who streamed 10 seconds of Hell's Kitchen should get one too. I mean, they should, but, you know, Twitch certainly likes their favoritism. Oh man, we get a new fancy TV as well? I love CCTV. They let me do my favorite things with TVs, like see. My favorite headphone manufacturers. Music. Listen. They streamed 10 seconds of Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh, really? Care to elaborate? And she does all of... Man, she does the commissions for my, for the art for my, my books as well. Oh man, this is why you should marry an artist, because you get free commissions. You just get free art. You don't have to pay anyone. It's the best. It's the greatest deal. Chat, real talk. If you ever want to get into streaming and you don't want to pay for art or any emo art or any of that type of stuff, just marry an emo artist. There we go. Problem solved. You'll never have to pay anyone ever again. Okay, look, I know I'm a pretentious writer and all, but even I think having a QR code on your wall is a bit overkill when it comes to pretentiousness. Is that a thing people do? Do people just have QR codes on their walls? Okay, I will examine that in a second. First things first, I need to... This is a really nice hotel room, all things considered. Or apartment room, I should say, not hotel. Really nice, spacious bathroom. Walk-in shower. Nice living room space. Damn, this is some premium real estate.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm.
I wouldn't put it past some people. Someone will argue it's super avant-garde.
City officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
And I could go for a blizzard right now. Actually, maybe not. Maybe that's a bad idea. Chat, question for you. How do you feel when the writer of something or the director of something has their name bigger than the actual title of the book that they wrote? Like, I am trying my best. Okay, there we go. Return to Sender. What I Can't Forget. Alex Casey. The Things That I Want and The Fall of Casey. But nah, fuck that. All you need to seriously know that these books were made by Alan Wake. I would think they're full of themselves. Yeah, just a little bit. Also, I'm pretty sure that is Max Payne's guns. I think. I think. Either that or it's related to his character that he made. Those are either Max Payne's guns, and it's a reference to Max Payne because Remedy made the first 2 Max Payne games, or it is related to the character in his book. One of the two. The publisher really likes them. You need to really know that it's Alan Wake! Also, I believe I saw a book titled... Yeah, there we go. Conspiracy of Faith. Believe in Change. Got a few duplicates down there. I'm trying to read any others that I can see. The Snowy Hills, I can read that one. Anyway, should probably actually look at my mock-ups. Sudden stop.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan!
Sorry, honey. Give me a second. I am looking...
This was a late goodbye.
I'm looking at the manuscript I didn't get a chance to look at. Have your darkness phobia,
It had been a long
have your darkness phobia panic for now.
My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Fuse box. Right here.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really...
Yo, what's up, Lulu? That sounds
Don't
suspicious.
worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid,
Oh man, you...
but it's just...
Oh man, you'd really like this story. It's about a writer.
Prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
Remastered looks so beautiful. It does look very nice, and it runs very well.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it would just...
Here it is.
It would make this weird clicking sound and spew out fungal spores for some reason,
nice
though.
Story writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No.
Started a worldwide pandemic.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Did it evolve, though? A little bit. Also spawned a sequel. Very divisive sequel.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine.
That's a lie.
About my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Yeah, but why is there a fish in your office? Doctor, why is there a fish?
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Doc, isn't it, like, against, like, medical... Isn't it, like, against medical procedure to do a medical examination with a goddamn fish in the same room?
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she?
I don't care if you were out fishing. If I went into a nurse's office and they had a fish on the frickin' table, I wouldn't let them do any blood tests near me.
What you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I did actually do a little bit of fishing way back when. I did enjoy it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep it up. It's definitely one of those things where I wouldn't make like a permanent hobby out of it, but it would be nice to do on like a day trip, you know what I mean?
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine. I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon.
Those are developers and a developer's cat.
Take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Richard Bow, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller on a camping trip overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. I probably shot them. Wait. Have you seen this man disappeared on the 6th of freaking American system. 20th of the 6th, 07, identifying features, knack for winning contests? I don't think the man has decided to go missing just so that he can do some more contests, contest winning around town.
It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
See you later, Matt.
We were
Thank you for
arguing.
stopping by.
I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and...
Well, thank you, ma'am. Oh, also, by the way, my wife got kidnapped and she's been held for ransom, and the people said that if I don't meet their demands, that they would give me something to, quote-unquote, make sure I was on the same page. Probably should tell you that part, because I'm just a writer and not a law official.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton.
Oh, this is super illegal, what I'm doing right now.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the bracelet. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over. Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Yeah, better not tell them I just interfered with police equipment. That would be a bad thing to let them know.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking.
Probably should
Something
let
caught
them
her
know
eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Man, they have like the entire town modeled. It is so obvious. So, fun fact for anyone who didn't know, this game was actually originally supposed to be an open world game.
Me? Can you turn the lights on?
Guess that's the least I could do.
Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time.
I'm not sure if that changes the circumstances, sir.
Listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something that a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
I refer to my earlier point in which I don't think that really matters. In fact, it's probably better that you're drunk, because you got more of an excuse for saying random nonsense.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Okay, well, I'll be going now, sir, so thank you for the nice chat.
The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
I'm assuming that's the fence, but I see coffee. Coffee first, fence next.
Well, folks, it's been another long night.
But as I was trying to say before, I was talking about, this game was originally supposed to be open world. And then eventually they got to a point with development where they were just like, they felt like making it open world would have been the wrong decision. So they eventually like restructured the entire game to become linear. So I'm very curious for the sequel if they're going to try and go back to more of an open format or if they're going to be linear still.
I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party.
It was really interesting. They had like this whole like tech that they made to make an open world basically a lot more manageable to make because they said they were still a full team.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Jesus, Alan! God damn! Maybe a writer, but you're not skipping leg day.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Well, it's good to know that me meeting this kidnapper
Alice's
is going to go
driver's
swimmingly.
license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Oh boy.
Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
He stands
Barry, listen to
at
me.
his
I'm
sit
at the
stand
sheriff's
desk
station.
and just
Come
does
and get
squats
me.
while
I
he
can't
works.
talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
That'd be really distracting if you're trying to write a story. And you're just constantly having to try and do squats.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
I'm really liking the writing in this game so far. Every time the writing starts, I just want to listen to it. If there's one thing Remedy has always been really good at, it's strong writing.
Little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler.
Oh my
his
god.
Agent.
Oh my god. Oh no, why the fuck is he wearing a Hawaiian shirt? Oh no.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm alright. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake.
This dude is wearing a great big, like, red puffer jacket over a Hawaiian shirt. This man has been fused to that shirt. He refuses to take it off.
We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Oh my god.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak.
Why would we tell this guy and not the police?
To rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Do you remember, Barry, when I wrote that story for you, and then you wrote it, and then you had that extreme moment of ecstasy as you finished that finishing epilogue? It was me, Barry. I wrote a story so good that you came at the sight of a good epilogue.
She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff
Hey, we gotta keep things TOS here, you know what I'm saying?
Could be a bestseller. But when you start
We gotta keep things... We gotta keep things TOS.
Wait here.
I guess I'm... I guess I'm seeing you now.
Easy there, boy.
I'm almost done.
Hey,
Aw.
Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here.
traps.
Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Don't worry,
Max is
don't
still
worry,
rotting from
Sheriff.
The shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Okay, okay, are you done? Any more dialogue? No? Okay, good.
Okay.
Don't worry,
We're almost done here.
Don't worry, Sheriff. I'll make sure to shoot them with my gun next time I see them.
Those situations always end up in disaster.
Oh! That's Bucktooth Charlie. Oh, wow. That is just a straight-up mammoth. I swear to God, if I have to have a boss fight with a ghost mammoth.
You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Okay, well, I've accepted that you're probably not going to be helpful for the time being.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
This key won't lead me to a room which will...
Just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right,
Oh,
thanks.
deal with bear traps, aren't I? Oh, and that looks nice and high up. Okay, yep. Oh, this is gonna be a fun trip.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight.
Okay, yeah, you know what, Barry? I am done with you for the time being.
Spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up.
Can we not go there? No. No, we have to save our wife. A wife that got kidnapped.
Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Okay, thanks for the heads up, Barry. Really appreciate it.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth
Really
15%
appreciate it.
commission.
This place, I love their coffee thermos. Yeah, you can sit in the darkness and think about not believing my completely unbelievable story. Calling me crazy.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
So what if it's not every day you happen to run into a darkness being that, you know, gets taken out by a flashlight and then you shoot them a few times and then they dissipate into thin air, you know? Don't you believe in miracles, Barry? I'm not really sure if it would count as a miracle, if I'm being honest, but whatever.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan.
Yo, what's up, Toshi? Hope you're doing okay. And thank you for redeeming your Nyan Nyan. Here's your Nyan Nyan. Nyan Nyan.
And saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Interesting.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Which means I gotta...
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done.
Okay, well, at least he's aware.
I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
At least he's aware that this is a dumb idea. At least appreciate that. Well, that was creepy.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm gonna check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass.
I did a medical examination with it in the room.
Fishing contest?
Now, some would say that medical examinations with raw fish would be a terrible idea, ripe for infection, but, you know, I was just so gosh darn proud of it, I wanted everyone to see my catch. I even slathered it on their wound a couple times to see how slimy it was. I wanted them to feel my catch.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
I got a favorite role quest in Endwalker. Nah, I would avoid it. I would avoid talking about it. It's still a bit too early. Even if it isn't a big spoiler, you know, just in case. Just in case. I need to get to those role quests because of fact I haven't done any of them. I just basically went all the way through the story. This is the saddest tire swing I have ever seen in my life. Nope. Oh god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, tire gods. I didn't mean to upset you. I totally meant to upset you, though. Heh! Freaking... Take this, tire! Anyway, moving along. What's the class that I played? In Endwalker? Paladin. Because it was the canon class, and I thought it was nice because I started as a gladiator / paladin main. So I thought it'd be nice to end as a gladiator / paladin main. The canon roles for canon roles for FF14 was he starts as a gladiator, then he turns into a warrior, then he becomes a dragoon, then when he gets to Garabania, he's a monk, then when he gets to Kugane, he becomes a samurai, then he becomes a Dark Knight. Well, this looks inviting. And then it ends as Paladin, if I remember correctly. Fucking nothing. Do we get another one of these? Yes! Okay, hang on, let me...
Punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization.
Try and get a good...
But some
Try and get a good...
crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
This will do. Yeah, here we go.
Episode. The Man in the Mirror.
Forgot he starts as an archer? He doesn't start as an archer. I told someone he starts as a gladiator. Because there's the other... Because in FF14, the original, there was someone else who was the archer.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
I told someone was gladiator. Because he starts as a gladiator and then ends as paladin.
Well, why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow. That sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Sorry. Maybe you'll see me.
What if these camera... Well, that was an episode. Can't quite say I understood any of it either. I have a certain respect for people that are just like, I know I'm screwed. You got me. I know I'm screwed, but I gave it a good shot. Gave it a good shot.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Getting into the denizens' personal life a little bit. But Rusty seems like a good guy. I mean, you saved that dog. Anyone who saves a dog has to be a decent person. Oh!
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My
Oh
eyes
no.
were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Oh no. Okay, well, Rusty's screwed. Who? The guy who was helping the dog. Who was patching the dog, and I had to give him the visitor's form.
Rusty, hang on!
Oh God!
I'm coming!
Please, help me!
I am trying my best here. Just give me a second. I need to get this coffee. It's very important. Very important coffee.
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Oh man, if only there was a dead ranger nearby.
Hello?
Help me! Somebody back here! I'm back here! Hey! Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript.
I'll be taking your gun now. I need it more than you will. Aww.
Good boy.
Don't worry, Max. If anything happens to you, I swear to God there will be reckoning. If anything happens to that good boy, I'm going to shoot up this whole town. No one will escape my wrath.
Make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power
until I find the person who hurt the good boy.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Oh, look forward to being safe from whatever the hell does that then. Right now, if I was a light, where would I be? Before that, let me... Yes! Keep the batteries in the gun closet.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Well...
Rusty! Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
I'm sure he's fine.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Oh, well that's nice. Oh, freaking Jesus! God, those projectiles really hurt. Freaking stupid dark monsters. Unfortunately, I do not think electricity counts as being bathed in the light. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get my health back yet.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
No, Max!
Please don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing
Oh, some motherfucker's gonna pay. Oh, some sons of bitch is going to pay.
Rusty, no! Never! Two bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than 25. That's Rust Bailey.
You stay back, Rusty. You get your weird dimension warping powers out of here.
Or historical artifacts from the park.
Don't go in the mammoth-sized hole in the wall. Kind of appropriate considering they have an actual, like, skeleton of a mammoth in here. Jesus, Rusty, you're taking these bullets like a champ. Hello, Reiko, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. Oh, crap. Oh, God! Bang, bang, bang! Revolver in this game feels really good to shoot. Also, should probably mention, shotgun does indeed feel pretty good as well. I'm recovering. Hey, same as me. I was also recovering. I had a pretty rough weekend. But I hope you're doing better.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Well, at least I now know I'm not the only one who can see them. Either that or people are going crazy with me. One of the two.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Damn. Who the hell is he even married to? I'm not sure if it's even important at this point. That guy is crazy. He's definitely a character. Not sure if he's the most reliable, but he's all I've got. God, I could really go for getting my shotgun back, or some flare gun rounds at this point. Okay, alright. Look for the radio mast. For the radio mast.
Lover's
Radio
Peak was at
mast
the far
is...
end of the nature trail.
Okay, Lover's Peak. Perfect. That's what I need. Before I go that way, though, I want to see what's this way. This looks like it's okay. This doesn't look like progress. It doesn't seem to be pointed this way on my map, so I'm gonna assume it's safe. Oh, just what I needed. Give me that shotgun, baby. Oh, hell yes. And a flare gun too. This is the best. Oh, this is one of the best care packages ever. Oh no, she was just out of her teens. Slightly different. Thank you so much for that. You know, he was still older than her, but he wasn't that much of a creeper. Wasn't quite that level, thankfully. Hey there, friends. How you doing? Oh, what the? Oh, shit! I call bullshit, video game! Reload, 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 reload! Okay, well, all things considered, that could have been gone a little bit smoother, but at the same time, I didn't die, so I'll take it. And I think if finding my wife at this point is worth it. I called the police to have gotten some help, but no, I had to be super paranoid. I think they were going to kill my wife.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
God, Barry, why don't you understand? I hate it when my fans love my work and want to be my biggest fan. I hate it when they try to say that they love what I do. God, it's so annoying. Ugh. Being so supportive and wanting to actually, like, enjoy my writings. Ugh. It's the worst. I punched the last fan that said they liked my work. Oh, hello, friend. Okay, right. Okay. This is where I use one of these. Great old one. Okay, no, we've already got some, like, horror Stephen King shit happening right now. I am not ready to deal with any Eldritch horrors on top of that. No great old ones, please. Thank you. Felled by lightning in 1937. This exceptionally tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir, Pseudotsuga menziesii subspecies glauca, was over 200 years old. According to local legends, it stretched beyond the stars. After it fell, it was measured to be 66 meters tall, nearly a record length. Would also communicate with the ones from beyond. Yeah. Having your wife stolen is, stolen. Stolen, like... Yeah, okay, maybe not stolen. Stolen makes it sound like it's his property. No, kidnapped. Can confirm is not a nice thing. Not that I've ever had to deal with a kidnapping. Shit, I'm running low on bullets. And now I'm out. Great. Got 2 shotgun bolts to my name. Shotgun bolts, shotgun shells. At the very least, I now have a safe spot, and hopefully some more bullets. Oh, yes, please, thank you. I got 12, though. Which means I got 2 full clips. Clips? No, they're not called clips in Revolver. Chambers. 2 full chambers. I know guns. I played the Call of Duty.
Afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it,
if this game suddenly got a missile launcher, it'd be a very different video game.
Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Quote from the quote book. You know what? Considering this is based on a novel and writing, very appropriate. Ahem. I feel like this could be applicable for any type of writing from a pretentious writer. He has a diarrhea of words and a constipation of ideas. The Memoirs of David Cage. I really hope I don't have to deal with bears either. I had to deal with zombie bears in Days Gone. Crap. That is a lot of them. That is a lot of them. That is a lot of them. Okay. Excuse me, sirs. Let me just get past, please. Thank you. Ow, ow, ow. Ow! Oh god, okay. Oof. Okay, can confirm, trying to dodge through enemies does not work. Oh, that did not work. That did not work! Oh man, I've found myself in a... awkward situation here. I should have enough bullets to take them out, but I have to make sure I don't miss. Right. Rely on my aiming. I am indeed in danger. Okay, that was a way better shot than last time. Yeah, knew it wouldn't have taken them all out, but I definitely got more than last time. Get out of my way. Sir! I am trying to find my wife. Please and thank you. Have a nice day. How was this? Tree this ring was cut from started growing in 1846, the year of the Oregon Treaty was signed. Other notable events marked on the rings. 1853, the Washington Territory was formed. 1878, the founding of Bright Falls Mining Co. and the town itself. 1889, Washington was granted statehood. 1929, tree damaged in a forest fire. 1970, Bright Falls Mining Co. closes its doors after a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake. 1980, Mount St. Helens erupts. Okay, wait, are you trying to tell me that the area around this place is volcanic? 1987's tree felled by storm. Okay, well that's good to know. If I ever just find myself in the middle of a volcano. Fun fact, Yellowstone Park in America, if that place ever became active ever again and it exploded due to it becoming active, the resulting chemical reaction of the explosion would be enough to destroy all life on the planet. So, you know, the more you know.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
I am intrigued on who this Nightingale person is, and I have a feeling we are very much acquainted with him already. Got 2 shotgun shells and 7 bullets. Ready.
Shit.
How the hell did I know that this was not going to be a smooth ride? Freaking birds! Damn you, Hitchcock.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
You were the asshole I saw on the ferry!
Stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then...
God damn it, bastards took my freaking shotgun bolts. Shells. Shotgun shells. God, why am I calling them shotgun bolts?
There was no way.
I think they were like crossbow bolts or something.
He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. Ah, damn it. That's what I got for you.
Freaking get away from me. Oh, those things do not last very long. Oh god! Stay back! Back, I say! Only the penitent main man will pass. Only the penitent man will pass! Evil weapon on the mind, maybe? God damn it, dude, I'm a way better shot than you and my shot sucks. Ow.
Like that, boy? Ah!
God, please tell me you actually are better at aiming that gun over time.
That's right. Nailed it. Bring it.
I'm gonna save my last 2 flares for an emergency. For now, I'm just going to use my flashlight. Hey, Ward, welcome.
These stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
No time for back talk.
It would be better to hold them off if I had a gun. Oh my god. I only have so many of these, and I used the ones from the emergency box already. Oh, great. This was bad. Back. Back. Been at a birthday party? Nice. I hope it was an enjoyable birthday party. Oh, God.
Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it. Die already, die! Stop moving!
Hey, buddy, I'm going on ahead. If you want to take your time and shoot them, then that's on you. Also, I feel like I should be questioning the fact that it says, follow the kidnapper.
A last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Oh my god, this guy's such an asshole. That was super right. Also, there is a coffee cup there. I am going to risk my life for that coffee. Back, ye demons! Great, you guys couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Yo, what's up, Keha? Good to see you again. Ow, ow, ow. I didn't shoot him, you asshole. This guy sucks.
Stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Guy freaking sucks. Try this again. Do this. Get the coffee thermos. God, I will admit, it makes it really tense when you can only recover your health when you've got light available.
Monster!
Ow! It's great. Had tea, sushi, brownies, and I laughed myself silly listening to my friend talk about his experience with Japanese smart toilets. That sounds like a good time to me. Oh my god. This dude. Oh my freaking god. This guy sucks.
Stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming! Ah!
That's not how this goes. The program, Wake.
Can you guys actually go for the person who has the gun? The guy who's actually trying to hit you? Yeah, there's no way I can do that. I have to get the flares first. God damn it. Thank you for water and water and water. This guy is so unreliable.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're
Give me the goddamn gun! Okay, if this game could actually... am I allowed to run? Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna get this damn coffee thermos every single time and no one can stop me. Yes, there we go. Go after the person who's actually attacking you. So you're having a great time with Alan Wake, but really, I hope you haven't. Oh yeah, no, this is the most frustrating it's gotten so far, because, funnily enough, when I'm not the one in control, and I have to rely on a guy who may or may not have killed my wife, or, sorry, kidnapped my wife, surprisingly annoying. There we go. Yeah, real piece of cake. Alright, last flare. Dude, oh my god, get off your butt. Yo, that was actually a pretty cool shot over the railing, though. Shoot him! Shoot him! Oh my god, your aim sucks. Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Yeah, nothing to it.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her
Well, that was dumb of me. Jesus, how much weight did I put into that punch? At the very least, I now have power of a gun.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
Yes, Alice, I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with it too. The darkness is the power which Ansem wants, and he uses the Heartless to spread the darkness so that he can open Kingdom Hearts. Yes, I understand, Alice. I gotcha. I understand perfectly. I still maintain that anything that says the term the dark instead of the darkness is infinitely more threatening. I still feel the dark is much more of a threatening phrase than the darkness.
What the hell?
Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell.
Well, okay, now I know what that shining thing is. Bastard. I love if shiny used against me. Hey, what can I say? I see a shiny object, I go for it. Shiny is good in most cases. Shiny betrayed me that time, though. Is there anything up this way? Nope, just a lot of weirdly textured rocks. Shush. Shush you. God, I knew. How many traps did they put down? Freaking poachers, man. Trying my best to make sure. Okay. Get some more revolver ammo. And now I'm nice and stocked up. Perfection. We should run in this area while there are still traps about, because I'm pretty sure I have to shine my torch on them in order for them to, in order for them to shine properly. Okay, well, I just didn't have a chance there. I actually just did not have a chance. Freaking... God, freaking bastard. Darkness. Where's me? All that I see! Yo, do those sick Allen dodges. Yeah, you may be able to shield yourself from power of light, but you can't shield yourself from power of gun! You know what's great? When you got a completely intangible force that you have no hope of being able... You have no hope of being able to fight, because the fact that it's intangible means that it is, by nature, not something that you can regularly fight by normal means. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, we're fighting Cthulhu. It's always Cthulhu. Yes, I know there are other eldritch beings, but it's always Cthulhu. It doesn't even matter that we're not by the sea. I see a lake there. There's water. It's Cthulhu. Damn it, Azazoff! Are you doing any of that weird, mind-bending reality in the human world again? Oh, I have got myself into a corner. It can't be a Zafoff, because if he's conscious, we'd have already lost. Oh, look, maybe he's daydreaming, okay? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe he's daydreaming. So not fully conscious. Or like sleepwalking. You know? Let me have some fun here, please. Fighting an intangible force. Oh, so like air or sound, we're fighting Cthulhu. Oh. Well, fighting air or sound is also pretty bad, because if you're fighting air, you've got a lot of it around you.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Oh, there's... Pray tell, the the chainsaw sounds fun. Also, hunting rifle.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
This is certainly intriguing. Question is there anything worthwhile? Maybe I shouldn't have gone into the rickety old plane. Maybe that was a bad idea. Okay, I will concede. Maybe going into the very, very old plane that is balancing on a rock was a bad idea. Sevo. Hang on. My big brain. My big Allen brain. Yes. Just what I needed. Les is down there. Okay, got it. My money is on Shabbath Car. Shabbath Car is also a good shout. Have you considered transcribing Cthulhu as Cthulhu? I remember seeing that once and instantly losing 5 ints. Hey, you know what? Make sure you don't gain that intelligence. Intelligence gain versus Eldritch is actually a debuff. Ow! Okay, you know what? Fuck you guys. I want to feel what this hunting rifle feels like against certain enemies. I'm like 99% certain this game is going to take this weapon away from me at some point, so I should probably use it before I lose it. Those enemies that do the dual swing combo, though, are seriously wrecking my shit. Nice try, buddy. Bathe in the light. Ah, freaking God, the amount of things I've had chucked at my head today. And I'm not even talking about in-game. I'm joking, of course. It was chucked at my foot. Anyway. Anyway. Don't worry about it. Oh, glorious light. Kingdom Hearts is light, Alice. I told you my Kingdom Hearts fan fiction writing would come in handy someday. Oh God! Oh, physics were weird on that jump. The darkness. Okay, oh. I thought I just did it again. That has some weird physics on it, man. Okay, solid ground, no water. Look. Okay, I have no idea what that was, but I'm glad I got rid of it. Oh, Jesus! Freaking darkness hurts, man. Jeez.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Guess there's some wiseness in those words, somewhat. Always different weirdness about.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same feeling when you think you're reading a happy-go-lucky visual novel with cute girls, and then you find out that it is a deconstruction of the visual novel genre. And then you have to accept Monica as best girl. That's Monica. Yo, what's up, Mido? The drinking game is the word weird. In this game, I would say you would get reasonably drunk. God, what are these little globules of darkness? These little squidgems of dark whatever. That's just, like, compulsing onto this area.
Be aware of Widowmakers.
Darkness wears her face. I have no idea what that means, and... honestly, I'm not willing to find out. Fall! Fall, damn you! Alright, I got a hunting rifle with 9 bullets. I'm gonna fucking use them. I swear to God, I am not gonna fall into the JRPG I'm not using this until I really need it trap. That being said, I don't think there's anything this way. Nope, just a big-ass rock. Well, hello there, sir. Did you just give me those logs? Just for me. I would say it's appreciated, but, I'd be lying. Still have one more flare gun bullet as well. What, flare gun flare? What do you call the thing that you load into a flare gun? It's not really a bullet, is it? Flare gun shell? Flare gun... flare? I'm not entirely sure on that one, I must be honest. Oh... But that black stuff I've been coming across is poop. It's very, very, very darkly dense poop. Oh! Oh. Yeah, that's where I used that. It's just flares. Flare guns shoot flares. I guess that's pretty self-explanatory then, I guess. We should name all our things like that. Shotguns shoot shots. Handguns shoot hands.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Oh my god. I literally just talked about Hitchcock earlier.
Open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Damn it, game, stop doing the reference after I do the reference. Or maybe do keep doing it, because it means that I'm cultured? Maybe? Is that how that works? Probably. Oh my god. Wait, seriously? There's another tire swing that looks like it's set up that way? God, what happened to good old-fashioned just... garage key?
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can learn about nature and yourself.
Freaking rude, dude! I thought that manuscript page was in the garbage for a second, and I was gonna be so pissed. I was gonna be so offended.
I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct. His posture. The way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Hitchcock references are very cultured. Was it Hitchcock that did Vertigo? Because there was... Hitchcock did, The Birds. And he did, Psycho. He did do Vertigo. I thought he was the one that did Vertigo as well. Right, I just got the garage keys. I'm very curious which garage this will open. It is this one. I guess this was actually progress. Oh man, do I actually have to drive now? Oh, is this where the driving happens? Oh my god. This is not the type of game I would have expected driving. This is not the type of game I would have expected driving. I even saw the driving controls in the options menu, and I still didn't believe it. This driving feels, not the best, but you know what? It's working. That's the main thing. going? Up here, right? Yeah. Vertigo, Psycho, Birds, Rear Window, and North by Northwest is to name a few. North by Northwest was the other one I knew. Can I? Wait, really? I could just get out whenever I want? Fuck. This is so weird. You know what? This also led credence to the fact that this game was originally supposed to be an open world game. The fact that you could just drive places. I mean, obviously in very, very controlled areas, but still. Evil Within 2? Kind of, but I think a little bit larger scale, or maybe the same kind of scale as Evil Within 2.
Cauldron Lake was where Alice and I had stayed, but there was no cabin and no island. I was missing a week. What had happened to me? What had happened to Alice? I had to get her back. I couldn't face life without her.
Those are the enemies. Oh, there's a few of them as well. Great. You mother... Shit. Oh god, this is bad. It's bad. Back, ye demons! I hate that your aim is super good. Well, mine's okay too. Well then, is that little adventure over? Some more coffee out of this. Thankfully I have like, oh, that's, yep, that is a lot of birds. Lot of birds. Didn't Alan Wake have something of a sequel? The sequel literally got announced a few days ago. There is another game which was announced to be in the same world as Alan Wake, which is Control. And Control is another game that I really want to go through. I do have it, so after Alan Wake, it is possible that we'll move on to Control. But it's not a direct sequel, but there is a direct sequel coming. I'm very, very curious to see what Control is about. Because once again, that's a game where I know that it's definitely got a interesting story, and I saw like a piece of it. And again, it was one of those situations where once I got to a certain point, I'm like, no, I have to wait now. Yeah, that's right. Try and get me in the light, assholes.
It was the kidnapper.
Oh, you meant Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
I do have an inkling of what's happening. Based on hearsay and things that I've listened to about this game in the past. But right now, it's definitely still a lot of mystery on what's actually happening. Right now, I need to get back to my Italian-American stereotype manager in the Hawaiian shirt.
About birds over the phone.
I'm gonna have a feeling I'm gonna need that. Darkness controls the Taken. Freaking Kingdom Hearts, I swear to God. So, guys gonna let me... Guys gonna let me go inside, or... Nope. Nope. Definitely not. Bird! Ow! Freaking birds! Stay there, bro. You stay right there. Stay right there, freaking birds! Xehanort would be proud. I am literally trying my best. There are a lot of birds. Oh, shit. Freaking birds out of here. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, thank you for the running commentary, Barry. Ow. Ow! God! God damn! Raven flying demons! Is this what I get for feeding you bird seed in my backyard for all this time? This is the thanks I get? Damn, that was a good shot. Although I am slowly realizing that I am completely out of flare gun bullets. I have 5 flares left though. God, I'm gonna have a real swell day catching up with my wife when she decides to come back. Hey, honey, how are you? I had a freaking boss fight with a flock of crows, like something out of the Birds from Alfred Hitchcock. Tried pecking my eyes out, and I decided to melt them with my flashlight beam. Oh, did I also mention gun bullets ricocheted off of their feathered exteriors?
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
You know what?
I sent Barry to the
You're
town to
good.
ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Oh yeah, no, I know that it's called a murder of crows because that's the most metal name for a group of animals ever. It's a little bit more threatening than a school of fish, or a little less pretentious than a pride of lions.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Good girl.
Or a cornucopia.
Come here.
God, they just made that word up. Alan Wake.
Can you tell me where I am?
Unfortunately, I feel like I will have to, yeah, let's stay away from the DMCA music.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I suppose.
Well, I can say that I am sufficiently intrigued with what is happening right now.
So dark. I have found only
Power of light and darkness, and this game definitely shows some of its age with some of its feeling, but at the same time, I feel like this remaster is definitely doing a lot to help with the feeling of the oldness of the game, if that makes any sense. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm definitely engaged with the atmosphere and the world and the writing.
Too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and, get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
That's pretty crazy, Barry. Are you related to Enzo from Bayonetta, perchance?
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
You definitely have an Enzo vibe to you. Anyway, I think that would be a good place to end for the time being, and oh boy, we will continue more Alan Wake tomorrow as we make our way through this game and the series, getting ourselves ready for Alan Wake 2. Even though I have plenty of time, it's not like I have to rush, but still. God, I'm really glad this game got a remaster, because it just lets so many more people play it now. It's always nice when that happens. Game preservation needs to be taken a lot more seriously, I feel. Like, it is definitely a topic that needs some more work onto it. Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. It's certainly a game. I'm enjoying it so far. Like I said, the writing is fantastic. Like, it is really good writing. Video game writing can be very hit or miss. I don't think it's very... I don't think it's very, what's the word? Controversial to say that. I have definitely had some games where I played and the writing isn't that good. Cough, cough, Prototype. Cough, cough, Prototype 2. Cough, cough, Red Fetch, Gorilla. Cough, cough. Yeah. It is definitely worth noting. I'm taking a look right now. Let's see who is online. There's actually no one that I'm familiar with online right now. You could start a movement for game preservation. I mean, they'll be needing to be a lot more influential people than me in order to do something like that. But it would be nice if I could. I mean, that's one of the reasons I collect games, is to help with preservation. Even if it's just for myself, you know. Doesn't look like anyone's online right now that I'm familiar with. So let's go show someone a bit random. Let's rate someone a little bit random today. Why not? Let's go for it. Let's be adventurous. I guess this is the choice then. CPT Camille, who is playing Piku Niku, who I know is a Piku Niku, which I know is a puzzle game that I'm familiar with. So I hope everyone takes care, and I will see you guys next time. So good night for now. Bye-bye.